What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday, everybody. You know what today is. Today is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Day. So we'll have that review coming tomorrow. So stay tuned. Y'all, it is a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. I want to start off this live with just saying I love each and every one of you. If you are listening to this out there, I'm showing you mad love. There's so much going on in the world today that we do have to show love and we have to show appreciation to life in general. So I wanted to just take some time to preface that out there and just show love. But today, guys, we are here to recap the season thus far of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then, of course, my thoughts and reviews on Carlos's King new show, uh, Nightcap with Carlos King. So I want to go ahead and start with the season of Love and Marriage Huntsville thus far. So I'll go ahead and be honest with you all. I've been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville since the beginning, right? Um, I really did like the dynamic in the beginning, and um, I will say now it has become just kind of weird, right? It's a weird reality TV show. I still am going to continue to watch it. We'll get into how I feel about the season thus far here soon. As I go along the storyline of what's pretty much going on, and we'll go from there, right? And then after that, we'll do a short recap of Carlos's King's Nightcap, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, so Love and Marriage Huntsville, we ended last season at the reunion with, of course, Tisha and Destiny, and I've been on good terms with Melody, right? And um, I understand that is going to be drugged through the mud, right? In my personal opinion, based off of the seasons prior, even to now, I kind of see where Tisha is coming from when she say, "I don't think Mel knows how to be a good friend." Listen, I am going to also say this. I know that there are a lot of channels out there that love Mel, and there are channels that don't like Mel. Here, I want to go ahead and start off by saying I absolutely love Mel, but I am going to call Mel out when she's wrong, right? Just as any other cast member, I'm going to call out Kimmy. I love Kimmy, but I'm going to call Kimmy out in this review, right? Because we have to be responsible and take accountability, right? So anyway, Destiny and Mel aren't friends because Destiny revealed to us last year's reunion or last season's reunion that she hadn't spoken to Melody since um, the season wrapped, right? Also, we do understand and know that there were some things that was said amongst Tisha and Destiny at last year's reunion when they were getting ready to leave to come, I guess, to go back to their designated homes, right? So we understand that there is more to the breakdown than what Mel is disclosing to Tisha as well as Destiny to me, right? I feel like Mel is kind of just over it in a sense, but I feel like she should be accountable. I mean, she should be held accountable for the way she's delivering being over it, right? So I'd rather you just be straight up and honest with me if you don't want to be my friend, right? I don't want to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like they doing. But I get it. She's a producer. She has a TV show to produce. But I don't want to see this play out throughout the entire season because it does get tiring and exhausting, right? I do support channels. I want to shout out Empress Radio um, and Scotty by Nature, his channel as well because he recently done an interview with Wanda. That was very interesting. Um, yeah, but anyway, so we do know that Tisha um keeps saying that Mel is trying to destroy her marriage, right? Because they keep saying that Marceau is cheating on Tisha. Um, and everybody kind of believes that Tisha is a little bit naive. But here's my theory, and I've heard a couple of other people's theory, but I honestly believe that what is playing out now happened prior to the show. I don't believe, and Wanda recently done a live, and for those of you who don't know who Wanda is Tisha's mom. But Wanda just done a live recently and was saying that she didn't believe that Marceau had a baby or was cheating currently. So you got to use context clues. She said currently, which means that it has happened before, or you can allude that it may have happened before, allegedly, right? So I feel like that's going to be the breakdown throughout the entire season, because Mel also came out and said that production keeps cutting the scenes where she produces receipts about the lady that Tisha keeps bringing up that has had an affair with Marceau, right? I'm going to tell you something, guys. I don't like Marceau. Really because Marceau talks in circles. And I couldn't stand to be around him. I would immediately have to cut him off as a friend. And as a family member, I would never be able to be around him because he talks in circles. He doesn't answer questions. He answers them in circles and wants you to guess how he feels and all that stuff. Nobody got time for that. Grow up. Grow up. Y'all, honestly, Martell, since he really doesn't have anything going on with Mel, and since the rest of the cast is playing like they don't want to film with him, I'm kind of thinking Mel and Martell are going to exit this next season because they really don't have anything anymore. Because when you play out your relationship. It's kind of like Cynthia from the Housewives, right? We saw you get married to Peter. We saw you divorce Peter. We saw you date on the show, and we saw you single on the show. We saw you get married again on the show. And so now I really truly feel like your storyline has played out. And so, although they're co parenting, I honestly believe that in order for them to co parent well and to gain a relationship, they are going to have to get off of the show. I think they can still get executive producer credit. I mean, I wouldn't mind a check being a cast member and an executive producer, but I really honestly think Martell and Mel does need to take a they does sorry guys, they do need to take a break because that will give them time to focus more on co-parenting. Because this whole book signing and book release and all of that, uh, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. Anyway, so we are now to a point where we had the Galentine's dinner that, or the Galentine's event that Kimmy put on. And the reason why I said I was going to call out Kimmy is because I do feel like Kimmy is being a bone collector, right? And I do feel like they're at the Galentine's, she knew what she was doing, right? Of course, it's a show. So everybody knows some stuff gonna go down at the dinner. Um, I'm going to say this. Stormy should not have been there. Y'all, Stormy didn't do anything but bring trouble, right? Stormy is a boss. I feel like about, well, I can't really put her on Candy's pedestal because I was getting ready to say the reason why I want Candy to exit the show Real Housewives of Atlanta is because her entire storyline is always the same. They have all these businesses and they can't see each other. They can't raise their family and all this kind of stuff. I don't want to see that. But I feel like with I don't know, y'all. I feel like with Stormy, I feel like she's not needed. I really do. I feel like she's not needed. She should have been one of them people who tried out and didn't really get the job. But she a boss, and I give her that. I give her that because I heard that she recently hit her 40 million in sales or something like that within 3 years or within the pandemic time, something like that. Something like that. But I just want to congratulate her for being a female boss. But I don't believe she should be on this TV show because I could have went without her even speaking up or saying anything because I feel like if Stormy was there, Kiki should have been there at the Galentine, right? Um, it was assumed that Kiki was invited, but I don't think we've ever gotten a clear response if Kiki was invited or not from Kimmy or Kiki, right? I've heard from other bloggers or other commentators or anyone who reviews the show, they say that Kiki was clearly not invited. And that was a thought of mine. And the reason being is because had she been invited, it would have shut a lot of stuff down. And, they have a show to produce. Okay, so the Galentines. I want to say this. I want to preface this. When Stormy and Destiny got into it, I honestly feel like Mel should have stopped that and nipped it in the bud. Instead of going to the back trying to calm Destiny down, talking about y'all don't have no beef, you should have said that in the beginning when they started arguing. Because you could have cut all of the unnecessary BS and the unnecessary back and forth. Because I ain't want to see no back and forth between Stormy and Destiny. And I'm not going to try to guess who going to whoop who and who going to do what to who. I'm not doing that. Stormy shouldn't have been there, and Stormy should keep her mouth closed in situations like this because it ain't got nothing to do with you and ain't your business. Okay? You trying to take up for Mel, and in this particular situation, if Mel was being very, very transparent, there wouldn't be a back and forth between her and Destiny. They will be able to nip it in the bud if there was transparency given. Now, I do understand transparency have to be given and the truth have to be given from both parties. But I also do believe that Mel is still tiptoeing around the real issues. And I just want her to say that. That's all. Because as you can see, Mel is tiptoeing. To me, Mel is tiptoeing. And that's just being honest. And I said I love Mel, but I have to call Mel out. I have to call Mel out. You going to the back telling Destiny that they don't really have no real beef. You knew that from the beginning when they first started going back and forth. But anyway, um, so after that, I can go with that the Kimmy and Maurice scenes, but in the scene when Kimmy is explaining to Maurice what happened at the Galentine's dinner, Maurice says that Mel is the center of all of the drama. And y'all, it is kind of true. It really is kind of true. If you think about it, she does have an issue with half of the cast members. She don't want to film with Martell, which respectfully, I can understand that. But it still gives preference to what Maurice said. You know what I mean? Because she is having some issues with a lot of the cast members. She's really only cool with Tiffany, who I forgot was at the Valentine's dinner, and Kimmy. I mean, she's going back and forth with Wanda, Tisha. I mean, and I don't know how Maurice and Kimmy is going to feel after the shade was thrown on them on the nightcap, and we'll get into that in just a second as well. But yeah. But y'all, all together, I'm really liking the season. I just don't want to see the Tisha thing play out because, as we know, Tisha and Mel go back and forth, and Tisha is set on the fact that Mel is trying to destroy her marriage. From what I've been reading and listening to other bloggers, like Speak With Your Girl Marcella, I have to shout her out. Y'all follow her. DJ Richie Sky. It's a lot of people that I follow that follow these stories as well. But Mel spoke out on Facebook, or it may have been Instagram. I'm not sure which one it was, but she basically was just saying that production is not showing the proof that she is actually providing. Because when we saw in the scene, when Tisha kept telling Mel to show proof, Mel is saying that she actually really did show proof, but it was cut out. She showed Tisha a tweet or something of that sort, and it was cut out. So apparently there is one female that her name is constantly being cut out by production, right? Which is why my theory is that there has to be something going on prior to the show. There had to have been something that happened prior to the show, and it's just playing out right now, right? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Even with Kiki and Wanda saying that Kiki was telling Tisha's business and all kind of stuff like that, and I just, for me, I know it's a show that has to be seen and things like that, but I don't want to see this play out because we also see where Tisha actually has a conversation with Marceau um, outside of Black about the cheating allegations, or we'll see that it is about the cheating allegations. But Wanda brings, or Wanda is supposed to be shadowing Marceau. Now, I have this one thing to say. Why did they expect for Wanda to wash some dishes and Marceau ain't washing no dishes? We ain't seen Marceau washing no dishes. And she's supposed to be shadowing Marceau, right? I'm with Wanda. I ain't washing a dish because that ain't what I came here for. I came to see what it's like to run a business that don't include washing no dishes. I'm sorry. But Wanda was looking Wanda's fashion, but baby, honey, Wanda came late, fashionably late, for sure, literally. She came late, and they're gonna ask why was he posted up outside. Well, he was waiting on you, Wanda. But the way she came dressed, I mean, I wouldn't have blamed her. I wouldn't have wanted to wash no dishes anyway. But anyway, Wanda, of course, questions Marceau. And she asked Marceau, was this his fat back that was in this picture that a blogger, I believe the blogger is Straight No Chaser or something like that, something to that nature. Fact check me in the comments of this video. But there was a picture where Marceau was apparently in Atlanta, and it was taking up the back of his head and his back, right? So Wanda asked him, was that you up in that photo? And he never confirms whether it's him or not, because of course Marceau goes around and around and around and around. And so in the confessional, Wanda says, I do believe that was his fat back. So, Wanda is messy, but Wanda can have her funny moments. Wanda is Wanda. But anyway, she asked Marceau, and she tells Marceau, you quick to tell the truth and stumble over a lie. So anyway, after that, Wanda goes to some food truck and she meets up with Tisha, right? And so her and Tisha have the conversation, and she tells Tisha that she had a conversation with Marceau. And she tells her Marceau plays games, honey. But she asked Tisha, had Tisha seen the picture? Tisha said she ain't been on the internet or on social media in a month or so, or something like that. Now, girl, you lying. You saw that picture. When when I in my mind, I thought when Wanda showed her that picture, if she actually really showed her that picture at the time, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she might have already seen it. I know she already done seen that picture, right? But Tisha's face changes when Wanda confirms that Marceau was actually away in Atlanta. That's when Tisha feels like, in my mind, it was like, oh. So he confirms with her that he was on that trip and he met with a friend. So Wanda, asked him, did you handle your business? Get up and do something. Wanda is hilarious to me, y'all. I really have to say Wanda is hilarious, but I wouldn't keep asking Marceau questions because Marceau beats around the bush and it's annoying. It's annoying. So next week we actually see where Kimmy and it really just, there was a scene where Maurice calls Martell and tell Martell that he was thinking that if Melody didn't show up to Jalen's housewarming party, then he was invited, and Martell didn't like that. And I don't blame Martell, because Martell probably feels like right now, since Melody don't want to film with him, don't none of y'all want to film with me. Now y'all trying to act like. But again, Martell did bring this on himself. But I could understand kind of how he feels in that situation, right? So y'all, that's pretty much the episode. Next episode, we see that Jalen is having um his housewarming party put on by Kimmy, and we see that Wanda tells everybody that they have something to say about Tisha, and they ain't going, Wanda just going off, right? And so Wanda says something about a B word, and so Kimmy said ain't gonna be none of them over here, and Jalen actually defends his mom, and I love that. I love that. You ain't finna be calling my mama no bees up in this house, but you ain't finna be calling her none of that, period. Period. In her words, in Wanda's words, period. Y'all, Wanda is a mess, but it seems like she gonna get checked. Yeah, I mean it's two against everybody else in that house, cause you know not everybody is agreeing with Wanda right now. But anyway, that is the episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, tune in on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then now we're going to go ahead and just discuss a quick review of Carlos's King's Nightcap. Y'all, I really actually enjoyed it. Um, I really enjoyed it. Melody was very shady. We needed that shade though. She actually reveals there that she has given Destiny about $6,000 to help assist her. And she also reveals that Tisha's dad has been in her DM. Now I don't know if she was dead ass serious about that, or if she was, just throwing shade. But I don't know the context of him actually being in her DM is what I mean by that. It could be for something that we don't even think of like that. But she did reveal that that was Tisha's daddy because she was basically talking about Wanda. Wanda should not have said all them B's and H's and stuff in that video with Carlos King because Carlos King is a producer. This is his show. He is about to pull the receipts. Wanda, you said that, and did you think that it just went through their ears? Because that you had to know that he was gonna pop that up. Busy, you gotta check it out. I believe it's on YouTube as well because I watched it again. I watched it again. It was pretty good. We had Monique on there as well from Love and Marriage DC, and y'all, I really actually am going to do a review for Love and Marriage DC because I really like it. I like the dynamic of the cast. Um, but of course, Monique was shady. You know, this is her first reality appearance since the Real Housewives of Potomac, so of course she threw some shade through to her previous cast members, Miss Giselle. Okay, cool, cool. Yes, please watch it and let me know what you think about that because it was quite interesting to see the shade that was thrown on Melody's behalf and the shade that was thrown on Monique's behalf. I love Monique, y'all. Monique to me almost can do no wrong. But if this season she do some wrong, I'm gonna call her out. I got to do what I got to do with that one. But y'all, like Love and Marriage Huntsville is good, but I don't want to see. I don't know because you have a show to produce, so I understand the drama. But it's kind of how I feel about basketball wives. Like the deep dark friendships, I hate to see break up or go somewhere that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like especially everything that's going on right now. And like I said, I understand that this is a reality show, but um I'm interested in seeing the rest of the season, but I'm more interested in the reunion of Huntsville because I feel like with all these receipts that have been produced throughout that are going to be produced throughout the season, it's going to be quite interesting, right? Nightcap with Carlos King. It was good, y'all. For a 30-minute segment, I feel like we need this. We need somebody black on our networks that is doing something of this nature. And I feel like Carlos King is a good person to do so. I believe next week is going to be Dr. Heavenly and Martell. Um, so that's going to be quite interesting. Because y'all know I love Dr. Heavenly down, y'all. I was on her channel not too long ago, but I love Dr. Heavenly down. And so I know her shade and her miss this she gonna be throwing is gonna be hilarious. But y'all, please let's support Carlos King in this. I mean, I do know that there are some people who don't necessarily agree. And then I want to also address something as well before I do go. I want to address ratings, y'all. I saw that there were a lot of people saying that Love and Marriage DC and Love and Marriage Huntsville are flop shows. And I feel like what everyone is doing is comparing these ratings to some of your top shows, like your top reality shows that be on VH1 or Bravo shows. And that's just not gonna happen, right? Because we have to honestly think about it. Love and Marriage Huntsville is actually one of the first reality shows like this that is on. I mean, they have other reality shows on there, but like this, to this capacity, it was the first show. So I feel like people are just now getting into Huntsville, right? People are just now getting into the OWN network and getting into what is on the OWN network. But then you also have to realize what time of the year it is. It's graduation season. It's about to be summer. So we can't expect those numbers to be your Bravo and VH1 and TLC numbers. It's just not, it's right now it's not possible because like I said, people are just now getting into these shows. So respectfully, I want to give Love and Marriage DC an opportunity because I do believe that they brought in over 345K views Saturday. So I feel like that's pretty good for a season premiere of some people that we do not know. This is new to us. The dynamic is not the same as Huntsville, so I feel like we do need to give it an opportunity, right? The Nightcap with Carlos King, all the shade is going to be thrown, so I'm going to definitely keep an eye on that, and we are going to be reviewing that, and I will let you know who will be on the next episode because, like in our chat earlier, we had Busy who hadn't seen the episode, but I don't know how often OWN actually will post this on YouTube. So that's why we'll go ahead and give it a couple days before we do a review on it to give people an opportunity to watch it. So y'all, catch up with me. I am going to be doing reviews. I want to get with other content creators where we're cooking together, where we're just doing amazing things together because we have to build each other up in this season and in this time. It's so much going on. Like y'all, we gotta build each other up. I am just starting this. Please like, subscribe if you like what I'm giving you. If you're liking my reviews, please like the video and share, so that I can get in that algorithm. But that is it for Love and Marriage Huntsville. My thoughts overall for the entire season, if I could rate the season from 1 to 10, so far, I am going to give it a 7.5 because there are some things that are dragging on that I don't feel like we'll ever get the answer to. So, um, yeah, that's my thing there. Nightcap with Carlos King, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 10 because the King is doing his thing right there. Um, so be on the lookout for the review for Love and Marriage DC. That will be coming very, very soon. Y'all, tonight, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills comes out. I did see a clip of it. I want to shout out a couple of YouTubers that I do want you guys to follow. If you're not following, please follow Busy Blue. Great content creator. He's on the move. Speak with your girl Marcella. My girl Marcella, she's always doing something. DJ Richie Sky, that is somebody I keep up with. Kempire is amazing. Kempire Daily. Please check him out. Up and Adam, check him out. Subscribe because it helps support other people. Subscribe, like videos, do all of that necessary stuff. Okay, it is the middle of the week, y'all. Let's turn up, turn up, turn up. Also, I think I am gonna do a video to the reaction or my reaction and recap to Real Housewives of Dubai trailer. Okay, so that should be coming soon. I will be doing that a little bit later on today, and then hopefully, if um time permits, then maybe I can get with a couple of content creators and um we can do a couple things together. I want to work together. So, all right, y'all. Well, again, I want to encourage everybody to have a great, great day. Please check out some of my recipes on my page. Also, follow me on Instagram. I do have my Instagram handle there. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting food content, TikToks, reels, and all that good stuff. So you don't want to miss out on any of that. All right, y'all have a happy Wednesday and enjoy the rest of your day.